Farm and Garden Update 2020. It is May here in Georgia. We're having strangely cool temperatures, 40s at night and 70s during the day. Very nice to be outside. And I'm going to start this with the bees, which are very busy today. I've got 5 hives at the house here and 2 hives in other locations. One at a blueberry farm nearby in Harlem and one at a friend's house who I'm mentoring, and they're all doing really well, hoping to make and harvest lots of honey this year. And like last year, I made enough that I turned a lot of it into mead, which we are now back in the chicken business. So about 2 months ago we picked up 15 baby chicks, which my daughter Olivia has been taking care of. They're all doing very well. Hopefully they will all be prolific egg layers in another 3 or 4 months. We added an automatic door to the coop, new for this year, to try to prevent raccoon problems that we've had in the past. So this is going to close at sunset and open back up at sunrise, so we won't have to do that ourselves, and we won't have to rely on the electric net as we were doing before. So that should keep them happy. So on the south side of our house in the gardens, we've got the best lettuce and greens that we've ever had. These heads of lettuce, we've got more than we can use, and it's just in great shape. We've got romaine, kale, radishes, Swiss chard. These are tomatillos with green beans about ready to start climbing the trellis. We had a really good crop of asparagus. Here's some purple asparagus still popping up. We've been harvesting that for about, I'd say, over 6 weeks now. We've got some gigantic zucchini and delicata squash coming on in there. I think Leslie's going to cook some of those or spiralize them into noodles tonight, but we've got some of those in there. Got red beets and green onions. Got some hot peppers, jalapenos. Probably 7 different kinds of tomatoes. Got some cilantro planted here, some flowers about to come up there. Tiny okras just popping through that we planted from seed. This is my yearly garlic bed. So this will all be harvested in probably another month or 6 weeks with some romaine and green onions. There's some cilantro, coriander coming up between. All in great shape because we've got a little extra time this spring to work in the garden. And we've got the grapevines are doing pretty well. I think I planted them too close to the trees, so they're having to share some resources with the trees and some sunshine, but I'm hoping to get some muscadines this year. At least enough for a basket to eat. In the future, enough to make some muscadine wine or mead. We did some work on the herb beds. So we made a new herb bed on this side. Leslie's got some thyme and chives and parsley. All kinds of good things coming up there. And here we go on the north side of the house. We've got our figs coming up very strong. Planted a couple of new varieties of figs this year. And this is actually more for my record keeping, but this is a Cadota variety, and this is Ischia. So those are supposed to be 2 good fig varieties for our area. And we've got our blueberries almost ready. I think another 2 or 3 weeks. And these blueberries will be a perfect blue color. We've got more tomatoes and basil on this side. More greens, more kale left over from the winter. We're still harvesting that. And we've got some potatoes popping up in these new beds. We put 3 new beds on this side of the house. This is normal Irish potatoes, a couple different kinds, including purple. Those will be sweet potatoes. And we planted some bush beans in this side. And finally, up on the hill, we've got our still in progress orchard. But the pears are doing the best. We've got some apple trees, 3 apple trees in this cage to protect them from the deer, and 3 different pear varieties in this cage, and 3 kind of sad looking plum trees in there. I don't think they're going to make it, so I might replace them with pears, which I think I like better anyway. So that's the update. Farm and Garden 2020, everything's looking really nice. I can hear the bees buzzing from 100 yards away, so honey's on its way.